My name is Darren Joseph from HEJ.tax. We're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of cross-border tax. And today we have the honor and the privilege of having a conversation with Mr. Blake Harris. Blake, would you introduce yourself, please?
Thanks so much for having me on your show. I'm an asset protection attorney. I focus on offshore planning, so I help clients throughout the world, but most of my clients are here in the United States where lawsuits are rampant. We set up offshore structures, trusts, and LLCs to help keep our clients' assets protected from any type of lawsuit, litigation, or divorce.
So let's pivot to the Cook Islands, which I get a sense that you prefer. You mentioned the bond, but what else makes that jurisdiction attractive from your point of view?
Well, for one, they've been in the asset protection business longer than any other modern jurisdiction has been in the asset protection business. They have excellent trust companies to work with. Their geographic distance from the United States is an appealing factor as well. The farther you are from the US, the less likely somebody's going to want to go to litigate there. And it also has a reputation. People hear of Nevis, I can jump on a plane in a few hours, be in Nevis this afternoon. Cook Island is seen as this far off distant land. It's a place that I go to every year as well as many other jurisdictions, but it's a place that most of my competitors have never even been to.
Okay, so it's distant. So in order to litigate, you physically need to jump on a plane and go there.
You have to have a counsel there, but the farther you are away, the less likely it is that your local attorney is going to know someone who can litigate in that jurisdiction.
Okay. All right. But is there a bit of an association with the Cook Islands with certain less than honorable dealings? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, if you're going to look at jurisdictions with questionable backgrounds or where money laundering takes place, I would say the jurisdiction where the most amount of money that has not been reported to a government or that has been hidden from a tax authority is located, that's right here in the United States. I'm not going to name other jurisdictions because I do have friends and colleagues and relationships in other jurisdictions where questionable actions take place. But in terms of anything that has gone on in the Cook Islands, there was one incident with the wine box affairs, which was decades ago. It's a jurisdiction that's known for asset protection. I wouldn't say that it's a jurisdiction that's really known for hiding illegal money. They are very well regulated. The bank there is very safe. The trust companies are better regulated and supervised than US-based trust companies. And it's an extremely stable place to do business, an extremely stable government as well. The United States, the UK, you're seeing riots, you're seeing uprisings, you're seeing a whole generation of young men who realize they may never be able to own a home. They don't have a stake in the system. In the Cook Islands, every single Cook Islander at some point, provided they outlive their ancestors, will own property. They have a vested interest in keeping their economy safe, keeping their reputation strong.
Gotcha. Understood. Blake, if anybody wants to speak to you and your team more about these opportunities, how would they best reach you?
Social media, Blake Harris Law, Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn. Blake Harris Law on every single platform. TikTok's the biggest one where I have over 250,000 followers, post typically a few times a day on every single platform. I'm very active on social media. I very much stand behind what I say. You can also check out my website, blakeharrislaw.com. Or if you're interested in actually setting up a trust, give me a call. My phone number is 833-ASK-BLAKE. Otherwise, thank you so much for having me on your show. This was a pleasure.